In this video, we explore the art of teaching good manners and habits to children. We'll share 9 essential tips that will help you guide your children towards becoming well-mannered and responsible individuals. But before we dive in, if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we release a new video in this series. 1. Model good behaviour. Today, we're diving into a very important topic, modelling good behaviour for our children. As parents, guardians, or educators, we play a crucial role in shaping the future generation, and one of the most effective ways to do this is by modelling good behaviour. So let's get started. Modelling good behaviour is all about leading by example. Children are like sponges, they absorb everything around them. They learn more from what they see us do than what they hear us say. So if we want our children to exhibit good manners, we must show them how through our actions. Let's say you want your child to learn the importance of saying please and thank you. Instead of just telling them to do so, make sure you use these phrases consistently in your daily interactions. When you ask them to pass the salt at dinner, say please. When they hand it over, say thank you. This way they understand that these phrases are not just rules but a part of polite and respectful communication. Similarly, if you want your child to develop a habit of reading, let them see you enjoying a book. Show them that reading is not a chore, but a fun and enriching activity. Your actions can ignite a love for reading in them. Remember, children are keen observers. They notice when we handle stress calmly, treat others with kindness, or admit when we're wrong. These observations shape their understanding of how to behave. 1. Start early. Starting early is key when it comes to instilling good manners and habits in children. The younger a child is, the more adaptable their mind is. They are like clay, ready to be moulded, and the impressions we make at this stage can last a lifetime. Imagine teaching a child the importance of saying please and thank you if you start when they're toddlers. These phrases will become a natural part of their vocabulary. They will grow up understanding the value of politeness and respect in their interactions with others. Similarly, consider the habit of brushing teeth twice a day. If you make this part of their routine from a young age, it becomes a habit they carry into adulthood. They understand this is not just a rule, but a necessary step for maintaining good health. 2. Consistency is key. Consistency is the backbone of learning. It's not enough to teach a child a good habit or manner once and expect them to remember it forever. Children learn through repetition. The more they see or practice behaviour, the more ingrained it becomes. For instance, if you want your child to make their bed every morning, it's important to reinforce this habit daily. It might be tempting to let it slide on busy mornings, but remember, consistency is key. Skipping a day can send mixed signals and confuse the child about the importance of the habit. The same goes for manners. If we want our children to be polite and respectful, we need to consistently model and expect polite behaviour. This means reminding them to say please and thank you, even when we're in a hurry or having a bad day. Consistency is the key to teaching good manners and habits. It's the thread that weaves these lessons into the fabric of a child's character. 3. Positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is all about acknowledging and appreciating the good behaviours and habits that children exhibit. It's about focusing on the do's rather than the don'ts. This approach encourages children to repeat their good behaviour as they associate it with positive feedback. For example, if your child remembers to say thank you without being reminded, acknowledge their good manners. A simple "well done, I'm proud of you for remembering to say thank you" can go a long way in reinforcing this behaviour. Similarly, if your child has started brushing their teeth twice a day on their own, appreciate their efforts. You could say, "I noticed you've been brushing your teeth regularly. That's a great habit to have." Positive reinforcement doesn't always have to be verbal. It could be a smile, a hug, or a high five. The goal is to make the child feel good about their behaviour, which motivates them to continue. Positive reinforcement is a powerful tool in teaching good manners and habits. It's about celebrating the small wins and encouraging children to keep going. 4. Teach empathy. You can teach empathy through everyday interactions. For instance, if your child's friend is upset, you could say, "Look at John, he seems sad because he lost his toy. How do you think he feels?" This encourages your child to put themselves in John's shoes and understand his feelings. Books and stories are also great tools for teaching empathy. They introduce children to different characters and situations, helping them understand diverse perspectives. Discuss the characters' feelings and actions with your child, and ask them how they would feel in similar situations. Remember, empathy is also about showing kindness and compassion. Model this behaviour by treating others with respect and kindness. Show them that empathy is not just about understanding feelings, but also about responding to them in a caring way. Teaching empathy is a crucial part of raising children with good manners and habits. It's about helping them understand and respect the feelings for others. 6. Practice patience. Patience is not just about waiting, and about how we behave whilst we're waiting. So, let's delve into why patience is crucial and how we can practice it. Practicing patience is essential when teaching children good manners and habits. Children are not born with these skills, they learn them over time. And this learning process requires patience from both the child and the adult. For instance, if you're teaching your child to tie their shoelaces, they might not get it right first time, or second time, or even 10th time, but with patience and consistency, they will eventually master it. It's important to encourage them and remind them it's okay to make mistakes, and what matters is they keep trying. Patience is also key when dealing with behavioural issues. If your child forgets to say please or thank you, gently remind them instead of getting frustrated. Remember, it takes time for manners and habits to become second nature. Moreover, by practicing patience, we're also teaching our children to be patient. They learn from our behaviours. If they see us handling situations calmly and patiently, they're more likely to do the same. In conclusion, practicing patience is a crucial part of teaching good manners and habits. It's about understanding that learning is a process, and this process takes time. 7. Set clear expectations. Setting clear expectations, clarity, is the first step towards understanding. So let's explore how we can set clear expectations for our children. Setting clear expectations is about letting children know what kind of behaviour is expected. It's about defining the rules of good manners and habits and explaining why these are important. For instance, if you want your child to clean up their toys after playtime, make this a clear expectation. Explain to them that cleaning up is part of playing and that it helps keep the house tidy. Make sure they understand that this is not a punishment but responsibility. Similarly, if you expect your child to say please and thank you, let them know. Explain that these phrases are a way of showing respect and gratitude. Setting clear expectations also involves consistency. Once you've set an expectation, stick to it. If you expect your child to brush their teeth before bed, make sure this rule is followed every night. Remember, it's important to set realistic expectations. Expectations that are too high can overwhelm a child and discourage them from trying. Setting clear expectations is a crucial part of teaching good manners and habits. It provides children with a clear understanding of what's expected of them and why. 8. Correct mistakes gently. Let's now discuss a sensitive but essential aspect of teaching good manners and habits to children. Correcting mistakes gently. Mistakes are stepping stones to learning, so let's explore how we can handle them in a positive and constructive manner. Correcting mistakes gently is about guiding children towards the right behaviour without making them feel bad about their mistakes. It's about constructive criticism rather than harsh reprimands. For instance, if your child forgets to say please when asking for something, instead of scolding them, you could gently remind them by saying, "Remember, we say please when we ask for something." This approach corrects the mistake whilst reinforcing the right behaviours. Similarly, if your child leaves their toys scattered around after playtime, instead of getting angry, you could say, "I see you finished playing, let's put the toys back in their place together." It not only corrects their mistake, but models the correct behaviours. Remember, it's important to explain why a certain behaviour is a mistake. This helps children understand the reason behind the rule and makes it more likely for them to follow it in the future. Also, it's crucial to acknowledge that everyone makes mistakes and it's okay. What's important is that we learn from them and try to do better next time. Correcting mistakes gently is a key part of teaching good manners and habits. It's about turning mistakes into learning opportunities in a positive and supportive manner. Teach by scenario. Here is an effective method of teaching good manners and habits to children, teaching by scenario. Scenarios are like mini stories that can help children understand and apply good manners and habits in real-life situations. So let's delve into how we can use scenarios to teach our children. Teaching by scenario is about creating hypothetical situations that allow children to practice good manners and habits. It's about giving them a safe space to learn and understand the consequences of their actions. For instance, you could create a scenario where your child and friend both want to play with the same toy. Ask your child what they would do in this situation. Guide them towards understanding that taking turns is a fair and polite solution. Similarly, you could set up a scenario where your child has finished eating their snack. Ask them what they should do next. Guide them towards understanding they should clean up after themselves. Scenarios not only teach children what to do, but also why it's important. They help children understand the impact of their actions on others and the environment.